right, we're moving up. I changed out the barrel. I put my slug barrel on. Actually, my son's first shotgun. Put the slug barrel on. We're gonna be using Remington's 2 3/4. They're 5/8 ounce, and we're shooting again still at the 10 yards. The impact definitely was not as hard as what the 12 gauge was. We'll walk down and see what the other camera saw. So I can feel in the back here where it pushed into the plywood, probably that hole that was developed earlier. Before I pull it out, I think I'm just going to bring the camera over here, let you see. So it would have went in right about here. There's the hole. We'll bring the camera to the side here, because if I open it up, you can see it's buried into the hole that was already developed. And this here, I don't believe is, actually it may have went through, guys. So that definitely went through there. So if we move it around to the front, we can see it went through into the second panel, and you can feel on the back side the bulge, and you can see the bulge. So the 20 gauge went through all the way and is in the back side here. We'll open that up and see if we can see what's inside of it. See if we can pull out the slug and see what it looks like. Again, remember, this is only level 2, so this is extremely low protection level. Actually ripped the backside here. It did not come out the backside. So again, it bulged it, trying to feel where that slug is at inside here. You can see it penetrated here. I can feel it there. So I can feel it right here. We'll actually open it up when I get home and dig it out of there. I want to do the 12 gauge yet. So we're gonna shoot the 12 gauge, and then I am gonna put the 3/8 plate in and try hitting that. All right, so now we've moved up to the 12 gauge. Obviously we saw that the 20 gauge slug goes right through the first panel into the second panel, 3/4 of the way through. We know that this is gonna impact just about as hard, if not harder, than the buckshot did. We know, I guess I would assume at this point, that it's definitely gonna run through the first layer into the second layer, and not sure if it'll go through and through the level 2 or not. And then I'm gonna put the center plate in and see what happens at that, because that one's actually rated at a 3A, so that should stop the shotgun. So again, I was just going through some of the old ammo that I've accumulated over the years. This is going to actually be a 7 1/8 ounce of Remington. So 2 3/4 still. And we'll see how it does. Again, we're still at 10 yards. So that impact there, I think because we got the hole in the center where the buckshot hit earlier, is not swinging the target as far. But if it's going through, that's also the reason why it's not swinging it as far. So my guess is it did go through. All right, so I can see that it went into the see that it went into the hole here that we already had developed from the buckshot. We'll pull that out. Definitely went through. We got the Kevlar here coming out the backside. Definitely went through there. Nothing inside. Come around this backside to see. Coming around the backside to see if the slug went through and through. There's a bulge here, but I think it actually was stopped. It just ripped the Velcro here. And I'll undo the straps because I can actually feel the slug inside here. And it's pretty warm yet. Get it dug out from inside here. And that's what the 12 gauge slug looked like. Extremely mushroomed. Went through the first panel and probably about 3/4 of the way through the second panel. The plywood was non-existent for stopping it because we do have that big hole in the center there. And you can see what it did to the Kevlar inside here. So we're going to go down and stick the plate in. It is rated, it's a 3A. This should stop a shotgun slug. We'll start with the 20 gauge and end with the 12 gauge. So we got the 20 gauge back. We're going to shoot into the plate to see if the plate can stop a 20 gauge slug. It's a 5/8. Yeah, so it's a 5/8 slug, 2 3/4. We're going to see what happens at the 10 yards here. So I can see it hit right at the plate. We're going to walk down and see what it ended up doing to the plate. Hopefully it stopped the round, and hopefully that we can shoot the 12 gauge at it. So we're going to put in the plate in the centerpiece here. It's a 3A, and see what happens. The 3A should stop a slug. Again, our location where this plate's covering is right here, right in the center. So we'll take and pull the plate out here. Actually, I'm not very impressed. I think. No, it did. It did stop. So the plate did stop the 20 gauge. I thought I heard like a weird sizzling sound initially. So it hit here, kind of skimmed out the side, I think. But it's definitely not in here, I don't believe. And we still only have the 2 holes in the back side, so that definitely stopped it. Still the 2 holes, I'm not feeling it inside here. Actually, it may be way down here at the bottom. That's actually the 9mm round. It makes me wonder if it actually skipped out the side, but I don't see any other holes anywhere. And at this point, the Kevlar is, I would say, almost completely destroyed in the center here. It's not going to be stopping anything. I don't feel a full-size slug in there anywhere. Ultimately, it skipped out. I don't think it did. It's actually right here. So this did stop the 20 gauge slug. And there it is. So again, this plate here, it's rated for 3A, will definitely stop. Definitely stop a 20 gauge slug. Obviously, the issue we have now is if we try to shoot the 12 gauge at it, it's definitely weakened, but we're going to try it anyway. So we're going to put this plate in. Hopefully, I'm going to flip it upside down, and hopefully I can catch a different section of it. We're going to aim right for the center here again. Again, this is our zones where we can hit. So we're going to aim right here at the center, and hopefully it'll stop it. Again, remember, it's obviously been weakened because it's been hit already with a 20 gauge. All right, now we're moving up to the 12 gauge slug, shooting the plate, the inserted plate, 7/8 of an ounce, 2 3/4. We're at 10 yards. So that one there actually broke the plywood that I had set up, snapped it off, so my vest just fell to the ground, and we'll take a look, see what it looks like downrange. So with that impact, it actually obviously broke the plywood. I'm going to move the camera in here. So it completely destroyed the plywood. I'm going to pull this panel out. It looks like it possibly stopped it. I can't really tell without pulling it out. You can definitely feel the heat inside there. There's a huge indent. There's a huge indent into the vest, but on the back side here, it definitely did not go through. So I'll make sure I'm doing this so you can see it. I'm going to pull the slug out. So in doing this here, we do have a slug inside here. And it only went through, looks like two layers. Again, what's pretty neat is I can feel the warmth of the slug here. So that's what the slug looks like. But again, definitely stops a 12 gauge slug. I think this thing's pretty much almost destroyed. We may try hitting the corner over here, see what happens with it, but definitely did a pretty good job stopping it. So with looking at this, I think it's pretty impressive. I think it's neat, interesting. I've never actually shot a ballistic vest and done one round at a time to see what it does. Obviously with a 12 gauge, does a lot of damage, and you know, even if it stops the round, you're gonna have plenty of internal damage of your body, but definitely the 3A plate will stop a 20 gauge and a 12 gauge slug. Obviously we can see what's happened to a lot of this vest between, you know, just destroying the cardboard, the impact on the inside. If you were to get struck by a slug, even wearing armor that will stop the round, the internal damage is going to be pretty big. So yeah, it definitely stopped it. I'm impressed. So you need a minimum of 3A to, well, actually I think it might be a 3 to start stopping slugs, shotgun rounds, beyond buckshot or BBs. So I thought I'd grab more slugs than what I actually did. Again, the wonderful part of trying to get everything thrown together to get out. They're talking for rain, and anyway, so trying to beat the rain. This load here is a Western Super X 7/8 of an ounce. We're gonna try and hit just a little bit in a different spot on that plate. I mean, we've gone this far, we might as well try and completely destroy it. just missed the edge of the plate here. You can see maybe nicked it right on the edge. So I was trying to hit the edge, but I hit too far off to the edge. That one went through and through. Actually, it did not. It actually went through the first layer, but did not come out the back side of the second panel. So there's the Winchester 7/8 of an ounce. So we're just going to take an aim center on this one, and hopefully we can hit it. So that one I actually missed the plate. It just nicked the plate. So I'm going to shoot another one here. We're just going to aim for the center of it. It's hard to see exactly where it's sitting in the vest down there, but I missed it by, well, like I said, it just barely nicked the side of it. So again, 7/8 of an ounce Winchester Super X. That one looked like it was solid hit center. So that one definitely went through it. Again, hit here, grazed off the side. Still not hitting it where I want. One thing I will say is that it's zeroed for Remington slugs, so not sure what I'm doing here, but definitely I missed. Skimmed right off the side here. It's definitely stopped inside the back panel. Not gonna dig too much for it. It's in there. I can feel the warmth of it. The heat that it's creating as it goes in. We're just gonna shoot it one more time. Really, my goal is to hit it dead center. And see what happens. Could be another Super X 7/8 ounce. Looks like I'm just skimming the side of it, so I don't know if it's sitting crooked in the plate carrier down there, but it just nicked the side of it. So this one, I can see it went right in here. So we finally got a square shot on this here. Can't tell if it made its way through that. I don't think so. But inside here, this plate is pretty much completely destroyed. It's peeled it apart. And to actually get this plate out of there, I think I'm gonna have to cut it. I think it actually hit and skipped it sideways. I just want to show you what it did to the plate. without squishing it down. So because it's been hit so many times, when it hit, the impact point on this was right here, and I actually peeled the backwards. It actually feels like it stopped inside here. It definitely is, but you could see how far it pushed in and out the back side. Be completely devastating. And there's that slug. So it, after multiple hits, it still stopped it, even though it completely came apart and pushed it back like that. So again, I would say that that's pretty much destroyed, and I can still feel some heat in that slug. So hopefully this has been something a little bit different, still enjoyable. I don't know, I thought it was interesting to check out and try. My goal is to still stay with the reloading stuff, but you know, if I come across something neat or interesting to throw out there in a video, again, this is only a level 2 vest. It's definitely not designed to stop a multitude of rounds. Again, mainly pistol handgun rounds. It'll stop buckshot, birdshot, but beyond that, that's all that it's going to do. You got to step up into the higher levels for better protection. We saw that this obviously is going to be and able to stop 12 gauge slugs and 20 gauge slugs.